Hi, I'm Stephen Ham from Archery Supplies. This is my nephew Oscar. Say hi, Oscar.
Hi.
Oscar's 9, he comes from Sydney, and he's over for Christmas and New Year's. And he wanted to shoot a compound bow. And the first thing he had was this, and he was pretty intrigued about how this worked. And this is my first release aid I shot over 40 years ago. So he's been playing around with, and that kind of intrigued me that he liked the technology of shooting a compound bow. So I was like, let's get Oscar compound bow and see how he goes. So I got him this one. This is the Topoint M2. It's a really cool kit of bow. I'm just going to show you. So it's like that. It's very adjustable, really, really good. Right? So good limbs, metal wheels, metal riser, proper fiberglass limbs. Now, I adjusted it for Oscar, and the problem was he couldn't pull it back. Right? So I was like, what do I do? What's my options? Now, there's not a lot of bows on the market for Oscar, right? So he's currently got a recurve, which we did, I think, last year. We set him up with a recurve bow. Anyway, this is a Topoint M3 from Topoint. It comes in a 20 and 30 pound option, I think. And it's very adjustable in draw length through the rotating modules here. Literally, it's got heaps of adjustment in draw length and heaps of adjustment. And you can see here, I've almost wound the bow fully up for Oscar. We started with the bow basically fully wound down, because sometimes with kids and people new to the sport, they can't draw the bow back because the bow just feels too heavy for them, and it's just they're not used to the weight. So sometimes just once they start shooting, their poundage increases very, very quickly. And I think this is the case with the M3. The M3 is plastic riser, plastic limbs, plastic cams, but proper strings. It's a very good setup. It comes with an arrow rest, a sight, a little trigger. Show the trigger. It's a proper wrist trigger, stabilizer, wrist sling, and it comes with some arrows. Now, the arrows are absolutely crap, and I wouldn't recommend them, right? Now, people are going to say, well, why does the kit come with some arrows that are absolutely garbage, and why do you sell them with those arrows? Because that's how the kit comes. It's built for a price, about $130 for the whole kit. That's everything. Release aid, sights, arrow rest, bow, it's just crazy cheap, right? And it's a great bow, and it wouldn't be a video without Marla barking in the background. It's a great bow to get someone into the sport, gets them started, and then progresses them up. And in this sense of shooting this bow, it gets their form started. And we're going to see Oscar shoot in a sec, but it gets you started, and I don't worry too much about form, especially for someone starting out. Just go shoot. And then if he takes it to it, then he can work on his form and working on his technique. And we're going to pull up some things where Oscar's doing wrong, and things he can work on. But get people shooting. Don't worry about their form. Just get them shooting at the target, nice and close. We're about 2-3 meters away from the target here. Make the bow easy to draw back, and nice and light, and so they have success. So get the draw length right. A lot of people have the draw length too long, and I'm kind of in two moods whether this draw length's too long for Oscar. Because the bow's so light, they can actually draw it back further, and I think that's what's happening here with this bow, because it's like Oscar's holding about 2 pounds, so you can actually pull it back a lot longer. But we're going to see him shoot now. The arrows we've got, these are different arrows. I got 900 spine. I could have gone much, much lighter, like 1,000, 2,000 spine, but I didn't have any cheap ones. These have got pin nocks. We had to fit large groove pin nocks. They come with small groove pin nocks. This is a compound bow. You need large groove nocks. Customers are always going to complain, well, why do I have to buy nocks? Because you do. These are cheap arrows. They're $8 each. That's a carbon arrow with feathers. The feathers are $1 each. Look, it's super cheap. And these are good arrows. Like, these are the arrows that basically I use, and they're really good and really affordable. So don't complain that you're going to have to spend an extra $1 on nocks, right? Because literally every customer does. So we're going to see Oscar shoot. Let's see how he goes. Now the major thing when Os pulls back this bow is to keep your finger off the trigger. Too many people are going to pull back with their finger on the trigger, but let's see how Oscar goes here. Now the thing I like here is his elbow position. It's nice and upright and it's in line with the arrow. Oscar literally has shot 3 arrows before shooting this video. Yeah, but you can shoot the shot anytime you want. Literally, this is his 3rd, 4th arrow he's shot. His form looks pretty good. The arm looks pretty good. He's not hitting his arm. If you're hitting your arm, that's not a good thing, and you won't want to come back and do this as a sport. So you want to be pain-free. His stance looks pretty good. Little slight lean back. You see, he pulls back, aiming at the target. Strings touching his nose, which is excellent. He's looking through the peep sight. This comes set up with a peep sight, with a D-loop. Oh yes, look at that's amazing. When I started 40 odd years ago, I didn't even hit the whole target, but I was so impressed. After 3 weeks, I hit 1 arrow in the gold, and the gold was twice the size of that. I ran upstairs and told the guy in the canteen I hit the gold, and he wasn't very impressed. So I'm always very, very impressed when people can hit the target. The elbow's good, the grip's pretty good. All pretty good. Now, after the shot, you want to shoot like a statue. So you want to hold your hand up. You see Oscar moved his hand a little bit afterwards. You don't worry about this with beginners. Just let them shoot. Let them go and have fun. And the more they get into it, the more they will want to improve. The stronger they'll get. Everything will get better and easier for them. I mean, the improvement in Oscar in 6 arrows is amazing. Very good. That's the M3. I'm going to say when it comes to bow companies, a lot of people are going to trash on the Chinese and on Topoint, especially Americans. No disrespect, but when it comes to setting up people in the sport of archery, Topoint have you covered. And there's not a lot of companies that produce a bow like this. This is, and the M2 at a budget that is cool. Like most times they're just crap and you're going to shoot terrible with them. Like this is pretty good. The cams are good. You don't need metal cams for a bow of this poundage. You don't need it stronger. This is pretty good. So what do you think, Oscar? Good?
Yeah.
Good? Like that? Better than a recurve or not?
Yeah.
So I think Oscar is pretty keen to try out different technology, like different releases and back tension releases as he goes on. And I think that's part of the whole attraction to Compound, just fiddling around with stuff. So, and the technology involved in it. So with that, all the best for 2024 and a new year. And Oscar, you can say goodbye.
Bye.
New year. Thanks for watching. Bye.